What is up, guys? It is That Sports Network here. Yep, it is me. We are gonna be doing a Jets rebuild. If you saw by the title already, we got the New York Jets. Um, we going big time here. Because I did use that franchise, guys. Mostly realistic, roster where there's very few 90 pluses. Where most of the players are in the 70 to 80s range. I had to try and get the season to go about as accurate as possible. Did not go as planned, so we do have to move around some picks here. But other than that, it went really well. We got mostly the same teams. I think the NFC, the only difference was Seattle went like 5-11 for some odd reason. I didn't force one. All the games I forced one about 50% of them, so I don't understand how they went 5-11. But whatever. What you gonna do about it? Well, other than that, everything else turned out. I did the Saints and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, which I feel is a pretty realistic, reasonable matchup. We're just going to sim that. But here's the draft class we're rocking with. It is, more of a downgraded, watered down draft class. Very few dev, very few, high overall guys. And you're going to find most of the high overalls in the top picks. We do have the fourth pick, which I think is right on where we should have it. And I do have Kyler Murray in that number one slot here, for the simple fact that I'm pretty sure he's coming out as long. The most recent reports that as long as he gets 15 million, or if the A's do not give him 15 million, he will be going to the draft. Or now we got most, and I did some. I just turned on auto scouting, so I don't know what it did. It just went powered through. I'm guessing here. But yeah, so this Jets team honestly is hot garbage on the offensive side. Robbie Anderson's a nice player, and then we got Darnold. Defensively, we got Jamal Adams. Avery Williams is not bad. Other than that, everyone else is pretty much available. So, yeah. So, I mean, offensive line is definitely where we got to start. Left tackle, we're not as bad off as, we are with the other positions. The other positions are just hot trash, to be honest with you. But, yeah, so we're going to use our scout points there. And so, yeah, let's advance the week. Let's see who gets Super Bowl. This is the team right now. Not a lot offensively, like I said. Defensively, I guess Leonard Williams would be a nice piece as well. Darren Lee, Avery Williamson, Marcus May's not bad. Jamal Adams, cornerback, everything needs to go pretty much. Right now, I do have my other account in there just to move the picks around.
This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players.
But yeah, so
they'll become
unfortunately, the 49ers are going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage. And it looks like the Chiefs beat the Saints in the Super Bowl. I could see that happening. The Chiefs played really well versus the Colts.
These players are on the last
Tuesday we will have our
cap room.
Sorry about that. Tuesday we will be having our video coming out on our playoff thoughts. What we thought of what happened there. Jason Myers we will be bringing back, so stay tuned for that if you're in the mood to watch that. It will be coming out Tuesday. But other than that, Robbie Anderson's a player we want to bring back most definitely. 4-year deal seems not bad for the guy. I wish he still had his development. I think he lost it, but considering he probably didn't have that good of a year, and then letting all these 60s go. But yeah, so we're going to be heading into the off season here. Some of the things to watch out for, I'd say, are Antonio Brown trade. I will make a big deal out of that. Where Le'Veon Bell goes, I don't know if he's going to be in the free agency. We'll see here in a second. Hopefully he is. Okay, he's not, but David Johnson is for some odd reason. So that'll make things interesting. But on that matter, we are, going to be moving Le'Veon Bell. We'll trade him as long as he's not injured. Because, one time I tried to do that, he is injured of all things. To maybe our team or another team that's interested, just for like a 7th rounder, because obviously he's not going back in real life. So David Johnson is a little interesting, though. At 27, that's the problem, because you can get way more production from Le'Veon for more money. Tevin Coleman would be nice, to be honest with you. But I don't think I'm going to be signing any of these guys. Fullback, we're fine there, I guess. I really would like to bring in a wide receiver, but it looks like nothing too much of an upgrade for us here. Tight end, no upgrades, to be seen here. Jesse James maybe wouldn't be bad. Ricky Seals, 24, not bad there. We got some on the younger side tight ends. We are going to stick with Kelvin Beachum At left guard, we're just going to sign Andy Levitre to a 1-year deal. Worst comes to worst, he's our starting left guard day one. At center, we'll stick with Spencer Long. Right guard, we got Winters. He's 20. We'll stick with that. Darrell Williams looks to be too much money. Juwan James is one more reasonable contract. We'll try and snag him, I think, to be honest with you. And we're in 4th or 11th. Jesus, he has 19 bids. Yeah, looks like more people. The Dolphins and the Redskins are going after him. We're going after Darrell Williams. We're going to try and snag Juwan James here. Probably overpaying for a guy that won't even be in the league in a couple years to be on our team. But we need to get Sam Darnold comfortable and upright in the pocket. And, you know, we can kind of work on our interior line this year. Work our way to the tackles in the next couple drafts. Leonard Williams, we're fine there. Defensive tackle, let go of McClendon. Nobody here I really want to draft. Very talented defensive draft, so I'm not really worried if I don't sign anybody here. It's not, you know, end-all be-all for signing somebody. Christian Covington here is not bad. We'll pick him up on a nice deal at 25. You know, kind of a guy we can groom. Jordan Jenkins there. We'll stick with him for now. Williamson and Lee, we're good there. Right backer. Shaq Barrett wouldn't be bad to bring in, to be honest. What would just this base offer look like? Yeah, we're not going to try and move up for him at all. Barrett, Eric Rose in here. Mo Claiborne, Mike Hilton is 25. We only have Tremaine Johnson, so worst comes to worst, Mike Hilton is our slot corner. Or no, that's our best case scenario. Is we can find another corner. He's our slot corner. Worst case scenario, he's our starting corner. At free safety, Marcus May, and then at strong safety, we've got Jamal Adams. Not worried there. Quandre Diggs would be a nice bring in if we had an open safety spot, but not there. Gostowski's actually in free agency, but I'm gonna stick with Jason Myers. And at the punter, we got Locke Edwards. We're good there. So looks like our bringing in is going to be Andy Levitre, Mike Hilton, Christian Covington. Not going to grab Shaq Barrett and Juwan James. Not really anybody flashy. We'll see kind of what the market's looking like for Le'Veon Bell. But yeah, so that's the big time things here. I am going to go ahead and switch over to the 49ers account. Be back over here in a few moments. Alright guys, so we're back here. We got all the picks sent where they need to go. Took a little bit of finagling on my part, but we're done here. We got it all, you know, all caught up here. Let's advance to the next week here.
All combine stats, such as the 40-yard dash, are now available
Mike
in
Hilton,
scouting.
Covington, Shaq Barrett obviously rejected. Juwan James actually ends up rejecting our offer as well. That's not, you know, obviously, you know, gonna kill us, but, you know, it kind of sucks. We were really hoping to grab him.
Each player has a combine grade. The score represents how well the player combine performance tells you how his.
So here we're looking at the combines here. We are going to be mostly focused on the right guards here and the right tackles moving forward, because obviously we don't even have anybody on those positions on the roster. We only have one defensive tackle. Let's look to change that. We do have the 3rd pick. I was mistaken. We have the 3rd one, or easy. So, you know, we're going to have to really overhaul this team. But, you know, it'll make it fun. It won't be, you know, something quick I can do overnight. So, it'll be interesting. And that is it for this part of the video. I'm going to be cutting it here. Next thing you'll be seeing is the draft start. You know, you'll get my takes on everything, the trades, everything going down. Alright guys, here, so as you can see, Ian Rappaport reporting, Le'Veon Bell will be a Green Bay Packer on a 4-year, $80 million contract. Big time pickup for the NFC North there. For the Packers. Bad pickup for anybody else, because that's going to be a deadly duo. As you can see, Shannon Sharp there. Watch out for the Packers. Rodgers finally has some help. L. Bell and Rodgers. Next great quarterback and running back duo. You know, this is causing big buzz around the league here, as L. Bell has found a home. And of course, you knew Skip Bayless had to get on it. No more excuses for that so-called bad man. After the Packers sign L. Bell, my thoughts on it, we could have tried to sign him, but I didn't want to have him until he was 32 on a 5-year deal, and that was the only way he was coming to New York. And so the problem was we weren't really a contender. He was looking to go win. The Packers were the perfect option. So that's why we ended up not getting him. I think it's pretty fair. And on to the next big news of free agency. Yep, there is quite a bit of big news. I don't know if you guys saw where everyone signed, but here we go. It's going to get even bigger here. I'm just waiting for there we go. And here it is. Darius Slay and Damon Snacks Harrison, Ian Rappaport reporting, are traded to the Seahawks for a first and third round draft pick in this draft class. It looks like the Seahawks are gearing up for a Super Bowl run. Yes, sir. Big time pickup there. I'm not going to spend too much time. Really going to beef up that defense. Russell Wilson's really getting lucky there. And the other big thing, Antonio Brown has been traded to the Arizona Cardinals for 2 second-round picks, one this year, one next year, and the Steelers are sending them their 4th rounder next year. Kind of little ins and outs of the deal there, but essentially Antonio Brown for 2 seconds. And this is why Antonio Brown's a Cardinal, because David Johnson is signing with the Las Vegas Raiders. The Gruden camp putting in work. 3 years, $56 million. Not quite what Le'Veon's making, and not for the length, but you could see David Johnson's potential and why he's such a big commodity. Great signing for the Raiders. NFL draft here. This one, it'll be a fun one. This is really the building block for our future. We got our quarterback.
The Cardinals.
What else are we going to do? Cardinals they still kept their first rounder. Because I felt for a 30-year-old Antonio, there's no way they're giving up the #1 overall pick. Let's see where they go. Will they get a quarterback for the new Antonio Brown-led wide receiving core there? Or are they going to go?
The 49ers.
And no, they go Dwayne Haskins. They're going to grab Dwayne Haskins. So they did end up grabbing a new quarterback for that Antonio Brown-led receiving core. That is cool. I really don't see them grabbing Haskins in real life, but what you gonna do? Big time pick there from the Cardinals. Now the 49ers on the clock. Bosa falls to them here. Let's see what they do. And they go Devin White. So Bosa falls to us here at 3. Also Kyler Murray's available, but we're not going to grab him. Quinton Williams also not a bad option here at this spot. This is tough. Let's see actually what we're looking like here, as they're looking for a quarterback. Got that pick back there. Figure out what they're willing to give up for their #1 need at quarterback. Blake Bortles only a 70 overall. Let's see, what about this here? First and a second this year and a first next year for the 3rd overall selection here. And it's kind of close here. Let me throw in my 3rd this year. And then my 2nd next year. So essentially I'm upgrading my 3rd this year into a 2nd this year, and my 2nd next year into a 1st next year. And it's not quite going to go through. I'm not backing out of this deal yet. What about this straight up?
Hold on now.
And it was
this
done.
Pick is trading teams.
And so we are going to be moving back 4 slots to pick up the Jacksonville Jaguars 2nd rounder. And they are now on the clock here. Let's see if Kyler Murray will become a Jacksonville Jaguar. I'm praying so, and it's already in. He will be. That's good. So that means here at the 4 spot, Bosa falls right into the Raiders' hands here. Will they grab him? Pick's taking a while here. I don't know. This might be interesting here. And they do end up going Bosa. The Buccaneers grab Josh Allen. The Giants grab Greedy Williams. Seeing no quarterback available. And that means here at pick 7, we are going to be drafting defensive tackle out of Alabama. Quinnen Williams here. Sharon Arpart, offensive
The
line.
Lions are now on the clock.
Superstar. And so here's the thing I put. I went in personally, there's no way. Let me Google something quick. There's no way Quinnen Williams is 22. Have you seen the kid? He looks 12. Yeah, he's only a sophomore in college. There's no way he's 22.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Yeah, he's 21 right now. December 21st. So, yeah, we're going to have to go in and make him 21 here. But, yep, and then so I think a pick actually came in. Jennings. The Bills grab
The Colts
Trevon
are
Diggs.
now on the clock.
The Colts grab
The Jets are now on the
Boshin
clock.
Joseph. And now we are up in our second round here. I'm just going to sim to user picks now. Raekwon Davis is still available. Drew Lock available. But we don't really need either of those. Amani, or I have no idea, is available there. Nice zone cover corner. Pretty slow though, that's a problem. He looks more of a slot corner to me. Okawabungan Numanum, vertical threat tight end, is available. Bryce Love's available. That might be a nice little 4-4-2. Not bad for Bryce Love. I really feel like I need to shore up the offensive line here a little bit. But with our added second rounder at the 25th spot, I think we're going to be okay here to grab Bryce Love.
The Dolphins
Running back
are now
Stanford.
on the clock.
With star development, there was only about 4 to 5 superstars in the entire draft. There's probably about 20 stars, which is, about right. So about 30 players are going to be, guys that, which is about 1 per team. And then you've got a bunch of normals to quick, which are, your normal, everyday guys,
The Jets are now on the clock.
And we're on the clock here. We're definitely going offensive line here, no doubt in my book. And Nate Herbig, highest rated lineman available, might be the guy to go with there. Pierce Becker, the center. The right guard and our center, I don't think are our problems. The center might actually be, so we might have to go Pierce Becker here. I would like to grab Paris Campbell or Noah Fant, though, to add a little bit more talent for Sam Darnold to throw to, but we are going to check up on our center quick. Because if he's not good, because I know we got Brian Winters at right guard. Yeah, so we're good there. At center, though, we have Spencer Long. Okay, so not an immediate need at either of those. So if there is a left guard or a right tackle available, those would be the 2 positions of need for us. And not until the 4th round. And we don't have Isaiah Prince, Drew Richmond, any of these guys scouted. And none of them fit our scheme. We might have to go to left tackle and move one to right, like Andre Dillard here. He's a little older than I'd like. Prince Tago. Now this might be a guy we might want to look at here later on in the rounds. But with the clock running down here, I think... 22 years old, both of them. And we're going to go Noah Fant with the tight end out of Iowa. Another nice developing player here. We're really looking good here at this point, but we really got to start to beef up our offensive line here, no doubt.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Paris Campbell just went. That'd be tough. I was really thinking him. And Pierce Spocker's still available. Herbig went. It might be reasonable here for me to grab Pierce Spocker. I know he's a center, and that's not really what we need. Is it reasonable to grab Bumfeld now? Okay, he's not even our scheme fit. That's a problem. And yeah, we got that solved up. Is there a good right guard? Ben Schwale. 33 power reps, Jesus. Maybe it's night. Maybe we need to hit their Jalen Ferguson. Wouldn't be bad, but he's not really a scheme fit. I think our scheme fit's run stopper. Left end. There we got Jordan Brailford, but he's not really that. He doesn't really look that good, to be honest. Gerald Willis the third, doesn't look that bad to be honest. Sutton Smith. Oh god, we got 20 seconds. We're feeling the pressure now. And we're gonna draft Michael Jackson Jr.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Not a bad last second pick there. So, you know, we're kind of moving through this draft, and I just now realized we really have not been picking up linemen like we would have liked to. And we are going to grab Prince Tega Wanego right now. The 70 overall, quick left tackle, not bad there. Agility, scheme fit, which is what we like. And, you know, we're kind of flying through this now, but, you know, this is what we're doing. You know, the draft was interesting. I feel like this is setting up for a very good and intense season for us. I'm shooting, honestly, I don't know if this is bad, but for only about 6 to 7 wins this first season. Honestly, I would love to get more. And we're going to draft Hakeem Butler here, and hopefully we can grab
the Jaguars are now on the clock.
You know, kind of use him a bit. You know, I would have liked to gotten Le'Veon. You know, he ended up wanting to go to better chance to win.
The
Green Bay
Jets are now on the
tried
clock.
to trade for Antonio, weren't willing to move the 2 seconds that the Cardinals were, because we've got a lot more holes on our roster, and that would just be a bad idea. We are going to grab Toa Lobendon from
The
USC
Jaguars
there.
are now on
Quick
the
development, 69 overall, not bad value pick there. And we do have our last 7th round pick, and we're good at kicker and punter, which is usually where I like to go in these spots. So it'll be an interesting pick here.
The Jets are now on the clock.
And we are going to draft Terrell
The
Hanks,
Jaguars are now
the
on the
speed
clock.
rusher from New Mexico State, and that'll be it for our draft. What would I grade my draft? Probably A through F. A being the best, F being the worst, obviously. I would probably say B minus to B. And here's my reasoning. Okay, we had a lot of needs, and I think we addressed a good amount of them, but we didn't address nearly enough of them. One thing we did, we added depth up front defensively, which is fine. Now we got Leonard Williams, Quinn Williams. That's a beastly duo up front. We got Michael Jackson Jr. on the back end, which should hopefully go well. Noah Fant is a playmaker. Hakeem Butler is the type of guy, throw it up to him, he'll go up and get it. And then we got Lobedon, Terrell Hanks, and we ended up having another 7th, Miles Sanders, who we took there. And we really need Bryce Love to hit this year, or else we're really going to be in like the same spot of Sam Darnold getting hit, not having
Start your week by installing
the
your game
protection
plan.
to do anything, which is going to be sucky. So our starting wide receivers are Robbie Anderson and Hakeem Butler, Sam Darnold, Bryce Love. We'll start over Crowell. It'll be Kelvin Beachum, Levitre, Spencer Long, Winters, Belvedere. I think we're actually going to throw Tego and Nago in there. Yep, that looks like our offense, 63 overall. Yep, this is going to be a rough season for us. Defensively, though, we're looking a little bit better. Run that 3-4 scheme. And Mike Hilton will probably start at the slot corner for us. But, yep, so this will be a fun season for us. We'll be back with the preseason, because I'll just sim right through that. And then the first 4 weeks of the season, we'll see how those games go. Hope you guys can come check it out. Looking to have a lot of fun, looking to make this interesting for us. And, yeah.